Welcome to the Light of the Torah, Episode 7. Today I'm going to be talking about the idolater, idolatry, and the different types of idols. An idolater in Kabbalah is not another person who worships idols, but is an inner aspect within a person. Someone who worships idols could be called an idolater in theory, but this is not what the Torah is referring to. There are many characters in the Torah, such as the idolater, the prophet, the neighbor, the stranger, the widow, and many more. These are all inner aspects within a person. The purpose of studying Kabbalah is not to try and change or transform other people around you, but to make an inner self-transformation from egoism to altruism. And by doing this, a person's inner transformation will positively impact the world. The purpose of the study is to analyze one's qualities and work on transforming them gradually. Kabbalist Berg says that ego, power, money, and 100 other forces can be our idols in the material world. Anything is an idol if we are enslaved to it, and if that slavery prevents us from connecting to the light. We all have at least one idol, whether we know it or not. Kabbalist Berg uses the term enslaved to represent our relationship with idols. With idolatry or idol worship, we do servile and laborious work for attaining these idols and act like a servant. These idols basically rule over us, control us, and everything we do is for them. It is as if we are in a spiritual state called slavery, being enslaved to these idols. Some of the idols in idolatry are sex, food, sleep, shelter, clothing, money, cars, wealth, power, prestige, honor, fame, respect, control, glory, and knowledge. Idolatry, in essence, is the desire to worship idols. A desire is a wanting, a longing, or craving for something. There are desires and there are fillings to satisfy the desires. An example of a desire is hunger, and the filling is food that satisfies the desire. Desire is like a cup, and the filling is like a liquid that fills the cup and fulfills the desire. The problem with these idols is that they distract us from worshiping the altruistic qualities of God. They distract us from the qualities of compassion, humbleness, love, holiness, selflessness, and forgiveness. Idols are considered to be possessions, but in reality they possess and manipulate us. In order to gain freedom from these idols, we need to use our sixth sense and act proactively, taking back control of our lives. We should try to desire direct connection with God, and once established, maintain that connection. These natural desires are not bad. The desires of sex, food, sleep, shelter, clothing, money, cars, wealth, power, prestige, honor, fame, respect, control, glory, and knowledge. In fact, these desires are necessary to sustain life. We need to eat, sleep, have sex, a family, shelter, clothing, money, and knowledge in order to live a happy and healthy life. The problem occurs when these desires become idols, and we begin to worship them, placing them in front of the altruistic qualities of God. Idolatry is also an abuse of fleeting pleasures. Usually after a fleeting pleasure is felt, fulfilled, and extinguished, a person wants more and more and is never really satisfied. Worshipping God or God's inner altruistic qualities is full of longer-lasting, more satisfying pleasures called joy, causing more happiness in a person's life. There are also idols in society, people that we look up to. We should try not to worship the people in society, but instead look up to the good qualities they possess. Thanks again for listening. I hope you enjoyed this short video series.